day. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
Wait, so Michael Pittman is supposed to be a starter? I don't know why he's not. He's number 3 on my list. But he doesn't have good enough speed to be... What's his catch look like? 5, short route, meh. Medium route, meh. Deep route, okay. I could put him in the slot. Why don't I do that? I may change that next game too. Throw him in the slot. He's a 71 overall in the slot. Pittman's only 69. But I like him more than Paris Campbell. Michael Pittman was on my fantasy team, so he's got a soft spot for him. So we'll throw him in the slot after this play. And for the rest of the season, too.
First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. At the 35-yard line. The give to Taylor.
He's just ducking and dodging around everybody. Loving it. He's got 500 rushing yards first 2 games. And he was injured for the Colts.
He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
I'm just keep feeding him the rock. 3 for 50. He's 3 for 50 right now.
First and 10 at the 26-yard
gone from 25 to 25. Oh, that was the line's fault. Not gonna lie, that was the lineman's fault.
Charles, we get a look there at the draft class for this offense. What do you make of it?
Overall, I like the balance of the guys that they
There's
selected.
Pittman. There he is.
To me, they got a few guys
He's
who
gonna
can
be open on this play.
right away, which is exactly what you want. But they also drafted for the future as well. They've got some guys who might need
Touchdown. There it is. First catch, first touchdown, everything right there.
His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this.
Gotta love it.
Right now we're all even. It's a tie game as we drop you back in and the offense gets set to take over. They'll run with Taylor.
Oh, come on. That was
he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. At the 25-yard line.
Single safety.
Rivers is going to fake the give to Taylor and set up to throw it.
Good catch.
Just short of the 45 and the 44. 19 yards
Lays
to
out
pick
for
up
it.
there. Move the chains. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Matthew Stafford's 4 for 4. Kenny Galladay's got 2 catches. I miss Kenny Galladay.
They'll run on first down. Taylor. And this is going to be a Colts first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. 11 more yards.
They came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Definitely
Back to
set the
Taylor
tone.
on first down.
Down
Inside the 40 or about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards the pickup, first down. The 33-yard line. 7-7, our score after one.
I like that play. We're still going to run that play.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake here, Rivers.
I don't know what my line is doing. He's definitely the most sacked quarterback out of all the quarterbacks that I have played with. Tua was up there for the Dolphins. He had quite a few times sacked.
They'll run with Taylor. And a short gain down to about the 33. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Here comes
Philip Rivers here's been sacked already a lot.
As this is 3rd and 10. Play action now, Rivers. And all the way inside
catch again. Dude, he's the king of the layout catch. That's been fantastic. Hey, LTL, thanks for stopping by, buddy.
Good catch there by Jack Doyle, who went to the Pro Bowl in 2019, but now has a new quarterback in
turn it
Rivers,
to
and he wants to
yeah,
lead.
buddy.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
There it is. There it is. I'm pretty sure if Jonathan Taylor didn't play the rest of the season, he would get Rookie of the Year. He's over 500 yards in their first 2.5 games.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Oof. That's not good.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be
That's really bad, actually.
offense right now. Bam, boom,
My
bam.
lineman is
That's how they
hurt.
feel good about moving the football.
I moved Michael Pittman into a starting spot. Oh. Yeah, look at that, buddy. Dude, why is that lineman catching up to you? Oh, gosh. That should have been a touchdown. 40 yards after contact right now. Loving it.
That was pretty impressive.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him. And once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
What? Oh my gosh.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards.
Rivers is setting the record for most time sacked. No joke. I can't even pass the ball. That's why I just run it every single play. Probably partially why Jonathan Taylor got hurt.
It's Taylor. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. 31 yards there.
Just running the ball. Running it. Can't stop it.
Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Oh, come on. You really got tricked up by that.
And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the
I don't know if he's
offensive
going to get in or
creating
not.
space for their
We'll see.
runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive
Oh, I got the first down.
to the ground shaking, so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. Look at that audible. That's just what we needed. Oh, and we get the ball back again.
So the offense set to take the field here. They will have the football with less than a minute to go in the first half. First down, Rivers.
Oh my gosh. I see, I don't know why he's down right there, but it's just
able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of
That's his
yardage,
second fumble
but I think
already.
the
Philip
good news
Rivers just
outweighs
fumbles the
it,
ball a
able
lot.
to retain possession. That was big for them.
On second down now.
I don't know why he ran into that guy.
He'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
How many followers do I have right now? Total? Upwards of 100, I think. Somewhere over 100. I think that was going to get me to 150. But you've had like some unfollows and stuff. I set up that foul goal like back in November or something.
And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth
Do I go
down coming
shotgun
up, they go
and
ahead
just
and
run
burn
away?
it and say we'll see what happens.
I don't want him to return the punt for a touchdown.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on fourth down to punt this thing. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here is away.
Yeah.
That'll be a
1 second.
41-yard punt.
Hopefully they don't throw a touchdown pass here. I don't know if they did. But, yeah, I've got. Let me
This
check.
offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the third quarter.
116 right now. So I think that goal was going to get me to 150 at one point, but I've had 5 people in front of me since then. So I'll have to update it.
First and 10, Taylor now. That one
Yeah,
for 10
yeah, that was pretty nice.
And that'll make it
Pretty excited
second
about
and
it.
a foot or so.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games.
I just need to find my niche into what people would watch me on. Like Marvel, I thought was going to be that. Probably still could be. I would just need to get more into. I should pass it right there. I just need to get more into
Gain of just a yard, but it's a first
like
down.
just streaming Marvel. But I've also like gotten less excited about Marvel just because it's become like a drag for me. Oh, touchdown, 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 Pittman.
Michael Pittman with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
I think he's 2 catches, 2 touchdowns, and those are his first 2 catches. First 2 career catches. So that's kind of funny.
Football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
Did you get the video done? Were you editing that this week or no?
On first down, Taylor.
Ooh,
And he's going to be taken
problem.
down with a marker on the field. So let's see
Yep.
about the call.
Giants or
That time the right guard sending him backwards.
or when are you doing the video? Totally forgot. All good. All good.
The bulky guy, the fast guy, no matter what though, you can't hold him.
Oh, yep. See, like I don't know what my left tackle's
The
doing.
Jets get in there for the sack. Jordan Jenkins able to get in
Oh,
there for his
goodness.
second sack of the afternoon. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Taylor.
Oof. Ouch.
Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice
What are you doing,
run.
3rd and 19? You run a screen.
If you blitz a running play, you're going to
That's what
smother
you
it.
do.
But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high.
Get your blocks. Oh, nope. Didn't get that block. Ah. Got 13 yards.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the
Oh, well.
first down at the 29.
Dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together. They had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
They juked him. Broke it. Now a hit.
Yes. Oh. That's what I love when they
Recovered by the receiving team.
I should have recovered that. I should have recovered that. That was sad.
So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. Play fake. Rivers. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Jack Doe.
A nice gain of 21 yards.
Jack
Now we get into the psychology of the
Doe.
whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I am on All Pro, I promise. I don't know if it's just because I've been playing bad teams, but I've averaged over 40 points the first 2 games. And I'm well on my way to hitting that this game too. Okay, I need to get outside on that play. Well sad. Should have cut back up for him.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
One-on-one against the safety. I'll take it.
On second down,
Nope,
it's
I won't take it. That was me.
He'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. The Colts on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They go play action.
Nope. Oh. They were all open. They were all open. I just panicked as to what button I was supposed to press. I wanted to throw it to B, and I hit A.
Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking.
Oh, no.
But to me, it seems
I should have done. I should have done.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
Okay.
They'll run on first down. Taylor. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads. Fold over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. This goes out right to Doyle.
7 passes, 7 completions for 173 yards.
This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
What a catch. What a catch.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 31-yard line.
I like when I go back and play with the Dolphins and see how bad it actually was. Because I just feel like this is just so easy every single time. Going to bed? Alright, LT. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good night and a great week of work. And have fun editing the video.
Solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Coming up to the line, and they will
not going to catch the end of this game. Pretty close, man. Up by 8. Could end pretty crazy.
Again, it's Taylor. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets 17. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On first down, Taylor. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Taylor. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. 3rd and inches, and they've got some...
What? It was a horrible spot. Pretty pretty sure he goes to first down there.
Extra
Whatever.
beef up front, 3 tight ends. They'll try and run for the first with
Could have gone outside there.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
I'm not taking a knee. Gotta give JT his touchdown. Hopefully it doesn't get hurt on this play because I'm being dumb.
They'll run here with Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
So they should have just let me score on that play. It would have given me a better chance to win.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Colts add on to their lead.
There it is, folks. There it is.
So this offense will head back out there. They're in excellent field position after the fumble recovery. Kneel down here from Rivers, and that should be it. And they cannot do anything to stop the clock defensively. 3 straight wins to start the campaign now.
And this is where a team, privately, within the confines of their own room, their meeting rooms, the locker room, they start to think to themselves, we're pretty good. We should be a playoff team.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed
I
this
think I
game.
only had rookies score touchdowns that game.
Or
that game.
right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley with what
Yards
we
per
saw
play,
this
10. Had 10 yards per
So
play.
for the Colts, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago.